Welcome back to another episode of the Roundball podcast. Myself, Jordan Bohannon, Hunter Dickinson, and today our episode is presented by High Noon Hard Seltzer. It's the best vodka seltzer. It's the best tequila seltzer. I've told you every single episode. It's the best of all time. The strawberry tequila seltzer, fantastic. Jordan sent me a picture of him buying his own this weekend.
I drank about I think it was 32 yesterday total.
Attaboy.
Didn't get hungover this morning.
That's the best thing about High Noon. It's just a great drink and it's light. You're not feeling disgusting. You don't have the aftertaste like the other ones. It's real vodka, real juice, real tequila, real juice, presented by people that absolutely love them. Go get it at Drizly. Go get them at your local liquor store, and they will be there. All right. Let's cover the biggest news there possibly is. Jeff Goodbum's a bum.
Wait, what happened? I totally forgot now.
What happened was Marty got the tweet off like a second before.
Well, I want to break it down for everyone because we are interviewing about literally Kim English pops onto the screen, and Hunter was like 2 seconds before. He's like, Marty, I'm transferring. Go tweet it, like trying to so I can do it. Because these bums are on the transfer portal waiting, refreshing to see if anyone goes in it. So Hunter didn't tell anyone. He just actually entered the transfer portal, and then people started tweeting it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I think people don't realize, like Marty said, like people literally have notifications set. So like whenever somebody enters in, like they get a notification. And so I didn't know when. It's basically like you have to submit the form in, and then your school will accept it, and then you're in. So I didn't know when that was going to happen, and so it could have been whenever. And once I saw that it got confirmed, and I was like, okay, it's official.
I have a question, Hunter.
Yeah, Jordan.
Jeff Goodman said on his tweet.
Do it.
Sorry,
his real name.
But after Marty tweeted a minute later, he said Hunter Dickinson tells me he's going to. So did you personally tell him you were going to the transfer portal? Yes or no?
Jordan,
Yeah.
This is why I love y'all. You motherfucker. You texted him?
I texted him. I said you can't break it. I said,
but then Goodbum kept tweeting, being like, Hunter Dickinson tells me it's wide open. Tell him you should.
First of all, what does that mean? You're wide open.
No. He said, are there any, like, he's basically like, is there any schools, like, do you basically know where you want to go right now? And I was like, no. He's like, where are you looking at? I said, everywhere.
Yeah, you're looking
at.
You
never said you're wide open.
No, now hold on. Let me pull up the text real quick. I'm gonna confirm it right now.
Marty, I'm just saying while he's pulling it up, I'm just saying I was thinking in my head when I saw the timeline of the tweets, I was like, and then you just told me this information about how it happened. There's something weird going on about Hunter and Jeff Goodman.
I think you should Aaron Rodgers and Adam Schefter.
I said everywhere. I didn't say
lose my number.
I said everywhere.
But you did text him saying you were transferring.
Yes, after Marty.
He did tell me first. And before he texted Goodman.
And I told him Marty's going to break it. I said you can't break it.
He did, but I think you'd never. This guy is literally taking personal shots, being like, "I'm ruining your life," like I have any impact on it, and he's a bum. Tell him. So no more talking to that guy because let me tell you something. When his own coworkers, Hunter, are coming to me being like, "Hey, can we squash this?" Like I told him he's an idiot. Like I don't like what he's doing. Like his own coworkers don't even like him. And I liked him. That's the thing. We invited him on our show, and then he got jealous because you know what it is. I think he likes you, Hunter.
Like he wants.
I don't care if he does, but I think he wants Hunter to be on his podcast. I think that's what it is. Anyway.
I just think it's a little shady what Hunter did. I don't know.
How is it
No,
shady?
Hunter's too nice.
I am too nice. No, you're absolutely right. I am too nice.
Yeah,
where it's like
I think you did it in a violent way.
Yeah.
What?
You did it in a violent way. Like
You're telling me he did it like a fuck Marty way?
No, not necessarily. I'm saying like he's so nice. He wants to like please everyone, but he also like he kind of want to fuck you over. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Hunter?
Which is not true.
So who would you tell first, Marty or Jeff? I'm just confused here.
Marty.
So within that short amount of time, he was able to fire that long of a tweet off right before Marty.
Yeah, because Marty was trying to figure it out too. Marty was trying to figure out what to write to. I'm like, Marty, just post it. Go.
That is the one thing I'll give Hunter. He could have waited a little more for Goody Balls over there, but he should have. I take a little. I have a lot of. I got a lot of. I can't write, bro. I have tough times writing, so it's hard for me to break news that fast. And then I was just because the funny thing is everyone's like, oh, you cried about it. You like, who cares? You were first. I like doing it because these journalists are such losers where they like actually care if they're first on things. And it's funny beating them at stuff that I don't care about, but they're mad. You know what I mean?
No,
it's just like lack of professionalism for like he's not crediting you. Like you literally broke the news.
And then he's so old though, so it's like his insults aren't even fun to go. He's like, "Send me your address. I'll send you a pack of tissues." Like, bro, that's the only thing you could have thought of. Like, there's so many low hanging call me bald. Call me like, you want to send me tissues? I almost sent him my address.
Put it on Twitter.
Yeah, it's like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah, put your address on Twitter, bro.
Tyler Hansborough. Talk about a guy still clinging on to his UNC days. Bro, you led 40 years ago. Shut up. I actually liked him. Like, I don't like him because of UNC, but I had him on, and then all of a sudden he's like, all Barstool can't talk about ball. All they can do is drink high noon out of sippy cups. That's the insult we're going with too?
And to be fair, I love Tyler Hansborough.
I liked him as a person. I hated him as a player. I liked him when I interviewed him. And we talked off camera as well. He was nice. But then, like, these guys get all high and mighty, like, because you can't just put Barstool in a – people just think you could say Barstool and, like, oh, Barstool sucks. Like, what are you talking about?
And it's just funny.
There's so many layers to Barstool, man.
Yeah. It's just funny when Tyler said that, too, like, Bruce Pearl and, like, they were, like, interviewing, like, Nolan Smith, like, all these guys during the live show on NCAA tournament, like, Barstool was. And on top of Tyler Hansborough was on a Barstool show.
Tyler Hansborough was at that same thing last year at the Final Four.
Right. And you interviewed him too. Like, how do you say you can't talk ball and you get interviewed by the guys that are talking ball to you?
Yeah, and it's like, just don't. So the thing where I actually like, one, you can make fun of me all you want. I am in the business of making fun. Two, you can tell me I don't know basketball or whatever, but when it starts to become personal shit, I don't like that. Where I'm like Goodman, like, I can go personal with you really bad. You don't want that. You don't. I'm nice. I'm a nice person, so I won't do it. But like, he's a scumbag for doing that to me. But like, these reporters and like Tyler Hansborough think they're better than everybody. You know what I mean? Like, both of you played basketball a lot, and you still do. You don't think you're better than me. You know ball better than me, but you can talk like a normal human being.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing. Like, we literally have a show with two. Like, I played the most amount of games in college basketball history, and Hunter is arguably one of the best players in college basketball, having a show on Barstool as well.
Is that a true record, Jordan?
What?
Is that a real record? You've played the most games in college basketball history?
Yeah.
Really? I would. Yeah. Hey, that would be my first line to anybody I meet.
It's my first line when when people say you don't know ball, like, oh, okay.
You should have shirts being like, I know ball. I played the most games ever.
Ever.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive, Jordan. I'm not gonna lie. Pretty
Can I
impressive.
say that's all? This is not to be mean, but it's really impressive, especially without ever getting past the first weekend.
Oh, you talked to Jeff Nadeau.
No, I'm just saying.
No, I get it. No, I get it. I get it. You and Jeff Nadeau had a little powwow on Twitter. You guys had a kumbaya moment when the whole Goodman happened. Like, that's fine. Okay.
That wasn't a shot. I'm saying
No, that's
because you
fine.
didn't
You guys
play
talked a
extra
little.
game.
You guys mingled a little bit. It's okay. It's fine. If we're talking behind our friends' backs, if we're getting to that point, it's fine.
I don't do that.
That's fine.
You guys are my guys. That was more of a
What?
more impressive for you.
Oh, okay.
Second of all, yeah, and when he had his other people reach out, I'm like, yeah, these guys. He's all about himself. You're a 50-year-old guy texting 20-year-olds asking where they're going to college. Give it a break. I'm texting my friend. I don't give a fuck. All right. So since we're talking about it, Hunter Dickinson is the number 1 player in the transfer portal. Hunter, how has it all been? Let me tell you, that day I was overwhelmed. I got so many. Can I just tell you? I'll just say a couple names that just reached out to me just to be like, we got Colin Gillespie. We got fucking Marshall Henderson. We got so many. I'm not going to say more. So many were reaching out to me. The fact that I'm involved in your transfer, I literally at one point was like, I called my brother being like, bro, this is fake life where like when I was younger, I'd be like, this is so funny that I'm involved in this. But I am, and I'm making it about myself, all right? I want you to know I'm going to make your transfer, like your life, about myself. As what people say on the internet, I'm making it about me, so I might as well. If I'm not actually doing it, I might as well make it about myself, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, the whole process has been really, really crazy. It's like in high school over again. Just endless calls and endless coaches reaching out.
Can I ask a question? Is your number on the transfer portal? Like,
Yeah.
how?
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
It's kind of weird.
It's like it's for the coaches to reach out to you.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like your number should not. Like, they should have to figure it out themselves.
I was gonna get another phone.
You should have, because your phone's probably blowing up.
Yeah, no, I definitely should have. I messed up in that.
Have you taken every call?
No, that's impossible because coaches will be calling me while I'm on the phone with the coach.
You can call him back.
Yeah, well, I'll call him back, but like at some of them, I'm just like I can't right now. I need a break.
You can not answer as much as you want, because I think this is interesting for the fans. Like, has like a mid-major called? Like, is someone like where it was like they have no chance of getting you, where like you probably have the biggest schools in the country calling, but like you got Fairleigh Dickinson calling you because they beat the 1 seed?
No, I didn't have any mid majors call me. No.
But there is, I will say, like, yeah, our producer just put in there, Bryant, like, tweeted, people from Bryant being like, Bryant has off because he has ties. And it's like,
yeah. No, I was on the phone with one of my teammates from Bryant and one of the coaches, but I've known that coach since I was like 8 years old. So that's why.
so that people make assumptions, because then I have mad people in my DMs being like, oh, Hunter's going to Syracuse. It's delivered like he's going here. It's like, bro, he doesn't even know where he's going. How do these people come up? That's how the internet's crazy. They all come up with their own story.
Yeah.
You know what's creepy though? 75% of those stories that are made up come true.
No.
On Twitter.
What do you mean?
I want to say 75%.
A lot does.
Like, I think there's a lot, but there's also a lot that doesn't. I went through something pretty public. There were so many things going on that I was like, I can't even control these lies.
Yeah, it's not possible.
You can't control any of it.
No.
But yeah, so everything just been a little stressful, Hunter?
Yeah, no, for sure. Been definitely a lot of stress. It's been definitely overwhelming.
Hey, I'm in it with you. All right. You got any questions? Anyone? This is my official. If you want to talk to Hunter Dickinson, you got to talk to me first. I can do whatever you need. I'll take any bribes for myself. Last question, transfer wise. Are you gonna be like one of those where IFC or John Rothstein has 47 schools you're interested in, or are you just gonna not tell anyone and besides like keep your family and stuff, and then like, because you're doing what's best for you. Everyone knows that. No one, he doesn't even explain why he's transferred. He's doing what's best for him right now. That's what he wants to do. Is that what you're gonna do? Is kind of keep it close, or just like?
Yeah. No, I've been keeping everything close to the chest. Like obviously, you see, I haven't really tweeted nothing or posted nothing on Instagram. Don't really plan on talking to the media, so kind of just keeping this one close to the chest as much as possible.
You should do like a gender reveal for your school, like how they do gender reveals. That should be your reveal for your commitment.
Are you telling these schools I'm a package deal or no?
I mean, I feel like one of the schools that like already assumes that.
That is true. That is true. Jordan, now this is a question for you. What if
I'm not transferring?
You're not transferring?
No, I'm not.
Right,
I'm staying put. I'm staying put.
Now this is a question though. What if he transfers, right? And they're like, you can't do the podcast with Marty and Jordan.
They're idiots if they say that.
I don't think Hunter will go to like schools where they keep him silenced, because that'll be a bad.
That's not even legal. You can't even do that.
It's not legal, no. But I'm just saying, like, if you tell Hunter to shut up, I feel like that's never going to be good for him. But
I don't think a school would ever do that, because I feel like they're trying to do anything they can right now. So.
That would ruin
because you also know I would not be able to keep that quiet, and I'd be like, "Listen, Hunter's not on anymore. I won't let him."
Oh yeah, I am. Yeah, I would not be able to keep my mouth shut.
No, I'd keep my mouth shut about a lot of things. That's just content.
I would ruin Hunter's. Okay, maybe this is too far.
I'd still come on as a guest.
I would ruin Hunter's last year of college because of that.
Bro, I would buy tickets to every game and just heckle both of them, whoever coach it is. And
no, we'd have to turn it into like an Aaron Rodgers, Pat McAfee thing, where I just come on as a featured guest.
Just come on once a week?
Yeah, or something like that.
All right. Well, no, you're still going to be a host, because these schools are not going to silence you. There's a joke waiting for me, but I'm not going to do it because I'm not. I'm bigger.
Like what schools, Marty?
I'm just Jordan, it's a joke that I want to say that would probably silence him, but I'm not going to, because I'm a big man. All right.
I'm not following.
You're not following?
I'm not following.
Hypothetical. What's a school that like players came out being like, "Oh man, if I wore a mask, we'd be running sprints all the time."
Oh, yeah. Again, I can't. I gotta stay away from that one.
No, I'm staying away from it too. That's why I'm not doing it. That's big. Can we at least clap it up for my? That's big of me.
You didn't stay away from them to begin with. Back when it happened.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
No, you tweeted You tweeted back.
I tweeted back.
Yeah, and you wanted me to tweet. I
did.
Yes. Are we talking about the same thing?
I don't think we are.
Oh, I have no idea. What color is the school?
Green.
Oh! I thought it was red.
Yeah, no. Come on, Jordan.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It was earlier in the year.
Oh, Alabama?
No. What podcast am I on? What are we doing here?
Marty, the other school that's red, will you?
Oh, we need a TV timeout, Champa. Oh my gosh.
We'll talk of
yes.
Oh. All right, got it.
Never mind.
Yeah, but no, I was talking about the green team.
Yeah, I get it now.
See that, everyone watching? Because shout out Providence, they watched the Kim English one on YouTube. Shout out to them. It was like 2,000 people quick. That was a look into our group checks of like how many dumb people there are in one phone, right?
Wait.
Oh my god! All right, we're getting to basketball. All right.
What happened? Wait.
What?
Are you talking about the interview with Kim English? What happened?
Nothing. I was giving actual props to Providence fans because they were like they watched the interview.
Oh.
They were like Providence basketball, so like their main page retweeted it. Like shout out them.
Big East also.
Yeah, no. Shout out Providence, man. Shout out Providence.
Kim English literally was like, I'm not sure if I'm doing NCAA violations, but hey, if you want to come to Providence, check it out. Go check it out.
That's legendary.
He's great. He was awesome.
No, really good dude. Really good dude.
You literally broke a barrier, Hunter, with that. That has never happened where you had a college coach when you're in a transfer portal negotiate for you to come to their school live on a show.
No, definitely. I think you might be right about that.
Hunter, one last question. Did it feel kind of wild, like how many people were like talking about you, reaching out? Like, also, it didn't help that April Fool's Day was the next day.
I know. No, you're right about that. It just felt weird because like I was already kind of like really messed up with all the emotions. So it was just kind of weird. Like it was so like
ebbs and flows, right?
Yeah, it was just so weird. Because that's how I can explain it. Because I was just feeling so many different emotions. So,
all right, let's get to the Final Four. I have this year for women's basketball. Has this been one of the most like talked about Final Fours for women's basketball?
Yeah, just because of the storylines, though. Like you gotta think the reason why I'd say the men's isn't getting that much publicity is because there's not really too many storylines. Like there's not that player that we always talk about, like a Zion in it or something like that. I would say the women's Final Four has like the Caitlin Clarks, the Angel Reeses, the Aaliyah Bostons of the world. Even the girl from Virginia Tech is a really good player. Like there's more star power and storylines with that, and so I feel like that's why the women's game is getting a little bit more publicity, but deservingly so. I mean, the championship game today was crazy. I mean, LSU scored 100 points, and I think women's basketball is definitely evolving, and I think people are starting to take notice of it.
So you took my point right out of my mouth. The difference of both is Caitlin Clark. Like, she's a star. Everyone knows it. I don't really watch women's basketball a lot. I was tuned into both games because she's a star and she's very good. She makes crazy shots. Men's basketball right now, you just have to be on. There isn't that. Like, yes, San Diego State, FAU, everyone's like, oh, Mari, bad take. It was such a good game. Yeah, it was a good game. But that's the Final Four. We're talking about San Diego State is in the finals, the NCAA finals. That's crazy. I'd much rather it be UConn versus Alabama. That's just a fact. And I'm not talking shit about San Diego State, but you guys know what I mean or no?
No, I know exactly what you mean.
Jordan?
I kind of disagree on the Final Four game. I don't know how exactly you're making this argument. I think it was one of the best Final Four games ever in history, based off just how it ended, because it ended in a buzzer beater. From that standpoint alone, I mean, I thought it was, but maybe not.
No, I don't think he's saying that. I think the game itself was good. I feel like I was in a lot of group chats and a lot of people were saying like it's just hard to watch because it's
Oh yeah,
San Diego State. I would say the game. I mean, it was a buzzer beater shot, but I think it was just the lack of like not really pulling you in to watch it. Like there wasn't like, I gotta watch this game because it's so and so playing.
I can guarantee if I did a poll today, a day after the game, you can't name 3 players on the court out of the 10.
I also think because we touched on the women's game, the fact like the storylines that Hunter was talking about, the amount that there were, And on top of the Final Four with the men's being so dog shit this year with the teams, it was like the perfect storm for women's basketball to get like to another level for more fans and people to watch their game. Like, not knocking the Final Four for men's because obviously it's really fucking hard to get there and get to the national title, but the fact that it is teams that no one really expected other than UConn, I mean, that was a perfect situation for women's basketball and everything else that happened with Caitlin Clark and Boston, LSU, everything was perfect storm for them.
I mean, I agree with you. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the Final Four game was awesome, yeah, but no one like. It's still FAU. It's no disrespect, but it is disrespect. Like last year, it was Villanova, Kansas, Duke, UNC, one of the most talked about Final Fours of all time. And then you get this fucking Final Four. It's like, I don't care what people say. The people are too scared to be like, oh, it was a great game. Yeah, Busby was great, but like it's I don't know. I just have no interest in UConn's going to win by 30.
If they play, I mean, what's their differential for points this year or this
It's like 20. Tournament? It's like 20 something.
It's absurd.
Everyone. I tweeted yesterday like UConn is probably having the best March of all time, and everyone's just obviously fans are like Villanova 18 is way better. UNC, when was it? 09?
Didn't Villanova 18 win on a buzzer beater though in the finals?
Yeah, like I just UConn has a better point difference than Villanova does. It's just that because when Bridges is on the team, so like when you look back, it's like
Mick Bridges.
What?
You said Mick Bridges?
I don't know what I said before Bridges, but Bridges was definitely what I'm talking about. I don't know. It was just, and then UConn has just been. I will say one thing about UConn: they don't get enough credit for their defense because their defense is fucking. They kept Miami to what, 54 points?
59.
59, and Miami scores 90 points a game. Like that's crazy.
I don't know. I took my 100 earmuffs. I took Miami over 71.5 for points.
Yeah, but that makes sense, you know.
Like,
sorry,
Hunter. You're good.
Well, I will say for the championship, the only way San Diego State I feel like has a chance if the game is like in the 50s, maybe the 60s. If it gets to the 70s, 80s, I think it's UConn's game.
So my point is this: San Diego State, the teams they've beaten, right? Alabama, really, really good offense. Their defense is, you know. Creighton, really good offense. Their defense is pretty good, but like UConn is just full. Their Sonogo goes off, that big white guy comes out and just does more. Like that guy, he gets taller every game, bro.
Clingy, we should.
Something with a C.
I got him on Instagram.
And that one guy shoots the three like it's a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and he goes in all the time.
Jordan Hawkins?
Or whatever?
You're talking about Hawkins?
No, it's not Hawkins. I don't know his name. I forget his name right now. I'm just saying UConn, I think, is the UConn's gonna beat the shit.
They are the better team. I don't think anybody would disagree with you.
No, I'm not really looking forward to it. Honestly, I'm not. Imagine on a Saturday, UConn's playing San Diego State. Wouldn't even turn on the TV.
Yeah.
What if Michigan was?
That's a good point, Marty.
If they switched Michigan,
you're not Michigan anymore.
With UConn. Oh well, that is true.
Oh. The guy forgot he's transferring.
It's still new. It's still new. But let's just say, if you brought the 2022-2023 Michigan team before they played Vanderbilt, and they played San Diego State in the championship, I feel like that would be some headlines. Like that would be a better headline game.
Michigan versus San Diego State. Why is that?
Some BS right now, but because the head coach of San Diego State was an assistant for Jawan
Oh
And
yeah, he was. I did see that. But like that, even that dude, like
But like that's not a big enough storyline for people to care.
that won't do anything from.
I know
But
it was a bad story. I thought it was going to go better than what it did, but
I fucking love Hunter.
I
love
love
him
it.
so
when I'm
much.
giving a point, I know it's not a good one. You still got to go with it.
I just keep going.
Oh, you're
You gotta
talking to the
finish it
guy
out.
who never knows what his point's going to be until it's over.
I don't know what I would say.
No, but I'm saying like I think what I said before. If it was a Saturday game, UConn, San Diego State, I'm not going to that game because there's better games on. This game was Creighton. Even if it was FAU who won, I just don't. I don't know. I don't even care. But real quick with the women's game, I know we're jumping around. Those refs, you have to be such a bad ref to make the whole internet go just in on you. They called a whistle every 2 seconds, and I was waiting for Jordan's tweets because you love hating refs. I saw none.
Here's the thing: I have to pick and choose my fights. I can't just.
You're right. You're right.
I can't just hammer refs all night. Like I can only hammer so many refs at one time. I can't do it every night.
No, I think your purpose in life is to ruin the ref's life.
Yes, but I also
unless they're good.
I can't ruin every ref's life. I would love to, but out of principle, like me being a human being, I can't.
It's too exhausting too.
It is.
But today today you didn't need to because the rest of the world was.
Right. Which was a big reason why I didn't. Now what I do is like the Florida Atlantic game. I was all over their asses.
I know you were tweeting and twerping like it was no tomorrow.
And no one else was, because I have to be the one that holds them accountable. If no one else is, I have to do it. If everyone else is, I don't have to.
If refs? So say this Iowa game, do you think refs should have to do media after?
Yes. Yeah.
I think that's a good way to fix it a little bit.
They have to do media. Well, first of all, there should be suspensions. There should be fines. There should be. I mean, if you want me to go down this route, there should be suspensions. There should be fines. There should be jail time, like criminal suits brought upon these officials. But there has to be, on a more serious note, there has to be some way these officials like come out with like the calls they missed, or the calls they called a foul and it wasn't a foul. Like they have to somehow explain that to the public instead of nothing ever being done about it.
No, I agree. It's when you play and you fuck up, you explain why you fucked up. Why don't they?
Well, because they just get their check and leave.
I don't know. I think that would help. I do think that would help. And the technical foul on Caitlin Clark, one of the worst calls of all time.
Yeah, that made no sense.
But did you see Kim Mulkey, what she did? She literally touched the ref. Like the ref boxed out Kim Mulkey. And I mean, no matter what way you like her, you don't like her, that's a technical foul. It's just what it is. But they're throwing it on Caitlin Clark, like the best player. The only reason people are watching is mostly because of her. You don't give her a technical on that.
True. I 100% agree, Mari, that was one of the worst technical fouls in basketball history. But also, as a ref, this is where there's a reffing issue, Marty. What we're just talking about is like, because she's Caitlin Clark, she can't get a technical. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like refs can't have a bias coming into games and say, okay, well, this woman has 2 fouls here. We can't get her another foul because then she sits on a bench. Like there has to be some sort of unbiased on calling fouls. Like if there's a foul, it's a foul. If it's not a foul, it's a foul. I know Hunter's about to say, well, they have to keep the best players on the court, which is true. But if there's a foul being made on a play, you have to call it no matter what.
Yes, but not ticky-tacky fouls.
Not ticky-tacky, no. But that goes along with how they're calling the game too. Like the LSU Iowa game, they were calling fouls that were ticky-tacky, and they weren't calling something that when someone literally got murdered, they could have went to jail for. You have to have some sort of balance.
It was funny, like they were calling reach-ins, like really ticky-tacky, and then all of a sudden the girl would just elbow the girl in the face and just be like, and they would review it and then be like, I didn't see anything.
Yeah. That's the only thing they did right that game, Marty, is they didn't call a flagrant on either of those elbows. If they would have called a flagrant on one of the elbows and a flagrant not on the other one, that's the balance. That's the only balance you need as an official.
Before we keep going with the podcast, I want to talk to you guys about BUSKER Irish Whiskey. The BUSKER Triple Cask, Triple Smooth is an extraordinary blend with extraordinary smoothness. This New World Irish whiskey is born out of a modern Ireland where the contemporary and bold meet the traditional. Be bold or bust with the BUSKER. The BUSKER offers authenticity of a top-quality Irish whiskey while also bringing a disruptive approach to the industry with their modern and straightforward look and feel, which goes beyond the Irish whiskey category. Find the BUSKER in stores. The BUSKER Busket, I've had it before. I've had it a lot recently, actually. Doesn't give you the chills when you take a shot. It's just smooth. It's basically like apple juice. It's the best thing in the world. Go find it, the BUSKER, in any liquor store by you. All right, so what do you guys got for the final?
UConn. I'd say UConn by like 15.
Jordan?
I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but UConn will get up early and hold the lead for the whole game.
That's what UConn, I'm with UConn as well, with Hunter, like 15. Every time Miami was getting back in the game, they would just stop the run. Like Miami got down to like 9. I'm like, oh, fuck, here comes Miami. And then all of a sudden, UConn just silenced them, you know?
Yeah, no, they made timely shots for sure. I mean, I don't think it's going to be a blowout where it's like UConn's ever up by 25. I think it'll probably be like an 8 to 9 point game that, like at the end of the game with fouls and stuff like that, it just ends up being 15. I think it'll be a single-digit game, but like kind of like what Jordan said, it'll be kind of out of reach, but it'll be a game that people will still be watching though, because any given run could make it a good game.
So basketball, guys, I have a question. The FAU San Diego State game, it obviously worked out for San Diego State, but there was, I believe, 25 seconds left on the clock, and I believe there was
It was like 36 on the game and 30 on the shot clock.
What is your instinct to do? My instinct, down 1 with 6 seconds differential.
Yeah.
See, sometimes you gotta try and let it get out. Let the boys help you.
6 second differential.
6 seconds. I'm not even gonna say it again.
It's okay.
What do you guys do? I think you should foul. I thought you should foul because I think FAU took the wrong shot. I think you really, you just take a fucking long ass 3, and hopefully the rebound takes a while. I foul, but what do you guys do? Because everyone on Twitter is a coach after that, being like, "Whoa, you shouldn't have fouled. Look what happened." It's like, well, that's a once in a that doesn't happen all the time.
I'll let Jordan. Jordan, what do you think?
Well, I agree with how they played it because it's all based off team, right? So San Diego State is a very dominant defensive team, one of the best defensive team efficiency-wise in the country. So his coach believed in them that they were going to get a stop, which I totally agree with, based off their team. Now, if we're talking about like an Iowa team where they have a high offensive efficiency, then we're going to extend the game maybe. Maybe go after a steal in the backcourt. If we foul, okay, we extend the game. We get the ball back. We're up. We're down 2 or 3. We get a couple more possessions out of the game.
So I agree with you because I do understand like they're a great defensive team, but I wasn't even really thinking of that because the 6 seconds. So honestly, if he takes a 3 there, right, it takes longer than that layup that got blocked. Like, what happens if you get the rebound and oh shit, there's only 3.5 seconds left instead of that? There was like 8 seconds left when he got that.
Yeah, no, I agree with Jordan though that you really got to read kind of what your team is. Like if you're in Iowa and you're a really good 3-point shooting team and you're not like a top defensive team like San Diego State is, then you foul because worst case scenario you're going to be down 3 with the ball with 30 seconds left, and you if you want to extend the game you can do that. If you want to go for the tie you can do that. But in San Diego State's case, I feel like that was the right play because of how dominant they are defensively, like Jordan said. In my opinion, I would probably with having it only be 1 point, I would play it out because and just really hope that your team knows to not give up a 3, and just like if they're going to score a 2, that's fine. But because at the end of the day, you can still have it be a 1 possession game. But for me, I would foul if it was a different team, like a different circumstance. If it was like UConn, I would have UConn foul and just extend the game because then the pressure of being at the Final Four and all that stuff can really get to guys, and try to pick out a matchup that you would like to foul to. Don't I hate when guys there's like 20 seconds left, they're down by 3, and you can easily try to just trap their best player and make them give it up before you foul. I hate when guys foul their best player.
Yeah,
because it's just that's a ick of mine. But I would try to foul and play it out if I was a normal team because if you just want possessions at that point, you don't want to try to get the ball with, like you said, if I'm the offense, I'm trying to drain the clock and shoot that thing with like 2 seconds left, hoping we get an offensive rebound or hoping it's a long bounce or something like that, and just try to have little as much time as possible for them to try to go down and score.
yeah. I think FAU's shot was wrong, but I guess my thinking is I'd rather lose with the ball in my hands than something crazy happening and then losing on if they shoot it and offensive rebound or a long rebound. I don't know. I just rather lose with the ball in my hands, but I get both of your points. Obviously, it worked for them, and
I love how they didn't call a timeout though. In
Yeah.
that case,
I
you don't
like that too. I
call
think it puts. I think it's way harder for the defense there to get
the
together
defense
than
is
the offense.
scrambling.
Easily.
If you call a timeout, the defense is able to set. They're able to
Yeah.
substitute and get defensive matchups in there. And honestly, bro, like that's the best shot you're gonna get is in a scramble mode. Something happens. If you call a timeout, whatever Jordan knows this, whatever play the coach draws up is not going to go according to plan.
No, it never does.
It's not going to. Well, usually it does. Like out of timeouts, like I pride myself. Like we did really good last year of like scoring off of that. I feel like, but something with the end of the game, you just watch these games. Their end of the timeout or end of the game plays never work out, and it's always just okay. It's 1-on-1. Let's just shoot up a shot. I think that was the best shot they were going to get, and I think it was a great job not calling timeout.
I mean, I could tell you, Jawan didn't write up a play for you to catch the ball almost by half court and beat Wisconsin on 3 or tie the game like a 3 like that. Like that's you were a second option probably, but like the things happen. Them calling a timeout there and having them up the court, I think would have been stupid. So I like that play. All right, I think we hit everything. Hunter, did you see Hawkins is that his name, from Illinois?
What did he do?
He tweeted it was a girl going like this, and he said, "Hey Hunter," with a winky face, like to come to Illinois. It was actually I don't like him because he pissed me off this year because of my personal reasons. That is me gambling. But it was a very funny tweet. Him just like going, okay, "Hey Hunter, you want to come over here?"
He declared, didn't he?
I mean, I don't have Twitter, so I didn't see that. Well, I mean, I today's Sunday, so I've been going on it today, but I didn't see that. No, it's funny though. It truly is funny how all the people that hate you once you get into the portal. I'm not talking about Hawkins. I'm just talking about like their fan base. All the other
no, there was so many people being like, "Don't act like if Hunter came to our team," and a lot of fan bases that you'd love him. It's like, yeah.
Champa tweeted that.
What did Champa tweet?
That's what he tweeted.
What?
What you just said.
What did I say?
You said someone tweeted that.
Someone tweeted what?
About what you just said. Never mind. We are literally. Oh my gosh.
I don't remember what the fuck I'm saying.
Hey, well, I have a question actually. Last thing about transferring. Has Wisconsin reached out? Yes or no?
No. No. Yeah.
Would you go there would you be interested if they did?
No.
All right. That's a are you going to announce like when you're down to 5 teams?
Yeah.
On the podcast or Twitter or how you?
He'll probably text.
He'll probably text Goodman being like,
his old friend.
No.
It would be electric on the podcast. That's all I'm saying.
We can do it from Roundball, from the Twitter.
Ooh.
Twitter can tweet it out.
Really?
Yeah.
Why don't we do a little live session?
With,
you and Marty. What?
I said we're gonna just put we're gonna write a piece of paper.
Do just a really corny, really cheap way of announcing it. Hold up 3 pieces of paper and then drop one, and
we there's different ways we can, even just 5 teams, when you really narrow it down.
Yeah, when I narrow it down, we'll have the Twitter account tweeted out.
I just think we can get more creative with this.
I don't think he wants to. He doesn't want his.
It's your life. Get creative.
No, you're right. I mean, no. You have a point, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's not that big a deal to me. Is the narrowing the list.
It's not, but it's a big deal to other people. But listen, it's your life. I'm not.
Don't let us ruin your life.
I'm not. Yeah, I already have.
Marty's trying. Apparently,
I'm ruining your life.
Apparently, Marty's trying.
Apparently, I'm telling you in your ear to transfer and make bad decisions. You know what we should do? We should tell Hunter to text Goodbum a couple teams, and then I tweet the real ones. He tweets the red ones. Fake news. We tell him it's Wisconsin, Illinois, Maryland.
Wisconsin, Illinois. Yeah, he wouldn't be confused if that was the final 3 list.
Now you got to throw some random ones in there, like
a Kentucky and
Central Michigan.
Yeah, Central Michigan.
Arizona State, Central Michigan. Can't beat them, join them, right?
You know what? I can't wait to break more news about you so they don't have it. And I want this time, because this time, actually, fuck that. I'm tweeting it. And I'll tag did you guys realize? Oh my God, we didn't talk about that.
You're an idiot.
Hunter, did you realize I tweeted your transferring and I tagged the wrong Roundball account?
Oh my God.
It just said Roundball. It was a picture of Roan with 14 followers. And our biggest tweet, because I want Roundball to get the most out of it. So I feel like if I say per Roundball.
You can edit it though.
Yeah, you could edit your tweet.
I can?
Yeah.
This fucking guy in social media doesn't even know how to edit a tweet.
Please, what are we doing here? What kind of Mickey Mouse operation are we doing here?
Whenever it happens, we'll figure it out. But it'll be fun if I can tweet that you're going to Duke or something. That'd be nice.
Marty, how many black T-shirts do you have?
This is blue. But I have a lot. My style, I've realized my style is completely just plain T-shirts.
I'm the same way. With
black pants and a bomber jacket or just any type of jacket.
I agree. I think a black. I think I don't look at. I think I look the best in a black T-shirt.
Yeah, because
wait, is that like a reference to where you're going? You like the color black?
No.
Hey, Duke has black jerseys.
What school is black?
San Diego State has black jerseys.
Yeah.
Providence has
Wisconsin wore black jerseys this year.
Duke has black jerseys. A lot of people have black jerseys.
Yeah. Iowa.
Should we do like a murder mystery type shows that we just keep doing clues to where he's going? They have to figure it out.
Yeah, we could just drop clues throughout the.
You know what would be funny though, Hunter? If I really did make it about myself and I did like a live viewing and it's like I do a sit down with somebody to tell them where you're going.
That would be
You
funny.
pick the school?
Like I'm sitting, you tell me where you're going, and I'm the person they interview. Or we do like a bar stool, being like the decision 2.0 tonight for Hunter Dickinson. And then just taking off mad jerseys of like, and the last two ever lost. Imagine it was 2 hours and I just have 300 schools on, just going like this.
Oh my God.
You don't like that?
That would be so funny.
All right, that's the show. Hey, Jordan, we got him to predict a bunch of scores this year. We can get him to tell us where he's going soon, right?
I think we can pry it out of him. I don't know. He's been pretty secretive lately.
He barely told us he was transferring, so
that's true. I didn't think he was going to tell you, Marty. I really didn't.
That was a big step in our relationship.
It was. You guys took it to the next level.
We took it to the next level there.
What's next after that?
There's not much. I've done everything.
You guys have tried everything? Unreal.
Yeah, that is true. I might have to
get on to her.
I might have to get on a knee soon. Just one. I've already done the two, it seems like everyone's saying.
Do a little, one like a lunge combo.
All right.
Oh man.
That's the show. We'll be back on when can you both as I have you both here, when can you record? Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday, because I leave Wednesday, so Tuesday.
Well, the game's Monday, so we probably should record Monday night, honestly.
Okay, Monday night works for me.
All right, record Monday night. This is going to be, I'm telling you guys, you two specifically, and then the audience as well. We're recording tomorrow night, our reactions, whatever, and then unless Hunter transfers then or not, when Hunter gets back from wherever he's going, we do a full just sit down of future what next year basketball, the year end review pretty much.
Okay.
And I think we should bring voicemails back.
Oh yeah, what happened to that?
I think we just stopped doing it.
Too much.
But I think we should bring voicemails back for the last episode. Let the fans.
Yeah. Like a last hurrah thing.
Oh wait, no, you should do a voicemail segment with, like, the fans before Hunter trying to get him to come to the schools.
That's what I'm saying. If he doesn't transfer next week,
yeah,
that's what we should do.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, that'd be funny.
Like if you're a fan, I want you to pitch Hunter Dickinson.
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right, that's the show. We'll see you guys tomorrow.